Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 163. Joining me as always, Daniel Navaroli.
What's up, gamers? What's going on?
What's up, Daniel? How you doing?
I'm all right. All right. A little tired. A little
tie?
tie. Yeah, a
Tie
little
again?
tie. But I'm good.
Not
I'm
feeling
good.
it.
Yeah.
I don't have a cool mug this week. Well, I kind of do. This is the dude from Queen, whose name I always forget.
Freddie Mercury, of course.
Freddie Mercury. There you go. I watched that movie too, and I still can't remember his name ever.
That's Remy Malek. That's not Freddie Mercury. They might have fooled you.
Well, yeah, no shit. Like, you just threw me off guard there. I'm like, yeah, I realize it's an actor.
Okay, didn't know if you knew that.
No,
Good.
yeah, you think I know he's dead, or you think I thought he came back from the dead?
I don't know. You
and
didn't
then
know his name,
played
so.
himself. Yeah, that's a good point. Who knows what I know? You know what I mean? Daniel, for another busy week, the world of video games.
Man, the story's progressed very quickly this week.
Getting intense this week, feeling it with the gaming news. Getting
Yeah.
hot out here. First up,
Yeah, I think we're gonna start getting a lot of news soon.
hopefully. Yeah, I guess we'll heat up into the summer season.
Yeah.
Get all these conferences and whatnot. First up, Marvel Spider-Man 2 release window may have been leaked by voice actor Tony Todd, who will be voicing Venom in the game. Over on Twitter, Tony replied to an excited fan saying, "Looks like September, massive publicity coming in August, commercials start to drop in August." He wrote this very badly. Or so I'm
his
told.
tweets were not written well.
Hold on to your ... Hold your breath. Gonna be necessary. He's basically saying the game's coming out in September. There'll be a marketing thing going on in August. Huge marketing, a lot of commercials, whatnot going on throughout the summer, I'd imagine. Daniel, what do you think?
My question is, why would Tony Todd know when this is coming out?
That's a great question.
He probably voiced this character for a few months
Mhm.
because he's only the Venom part, right? He's not going to be the my brain isn't working. What's this? Harry Osborn. He's not going to be the Harry, so he's only doing like Venom voice lines. Like I don't know how much Venom's going to be speaking. Probably somewhat, but I don't know. So it's like, how much does Tony Todd know? How much does the
what do you know there, Tony
Candyman
Todd?
know?
You know what this reminds me of?
You know?
Of when the Goofy voice actor came out like 3 years before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the game's coming out next year, guys. Get excited." It was like, what
Like
do you
he
know,
knows
Goofy?
anything.
Like, you don't know
Yeah.
shit. It'll come out for like another 3 years. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't think Tony Todd knows anything really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people are like, did he get in trouble for saying this or whatnot? It's like, dude, I don't think he knows. He's just.
I don't
saying
think he
shit.
knows anything.
Tony Todd, I looked at this guy. This guy looks like a crazy motherfucker as it is. So it's
He's a
like,
scary looking dude.
yeah. I'm like, what's going on with this face here? I have
He's the
no idea.
Candyman.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also in Final Destination. He was the
he in
dude that
Final
felt like he always
Destination?
knew stuff. You remember when in the number one where he goes into the grave to like the what's the place where the you're looking at bodies? Oh
The
boy.
morgue?
It could have been a morgue, but I thought he was in the hospital like looking over bodies, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was a morgue, but he was the guy in the morgue like looking at the bodies, and he was always giving like weird hints at what was happening, and he seemed like he knew.
Autopsy.
Autopsy.
Yeah.
He was like
I don't think
doing
that's
that or
what's called,
something.
but that's what the
Sure.
occupation would be called.
Yes. What else was he in? He's been in a bunch of stuff. I think he was in Star Trek for a bit.
In Star Trek?
Yeah.
Basically, Tony Todd, crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, though, September does seem about right. I mean, I
I think
wouldn't be
one came out in
surprised.
September.
Yeah, it did. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it is September. That being said, I really don't think he knows exactly what he's talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's, later than September either.
I wish it
don't
would just
know,
come
who
out
knows?
in July or August. I think those are better months.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I'd like it as soon as possible as well. But, who knows? It's Spider-Man. It doesn't really matter when it comes out, right?
Yeah, I mean the rumor was the fall, so I mean I think September's kind of the fall, but
I mean,
it-
technically, right?
it's-
September 20th or whatever the fuck.
It's like the
is
end,
the
right?
exact start of fall. If you, even though a lot of, it's funny which video game publishers stick to what fall is or what like winter. That Final Fantasy VII Rebirth saying winter. It's like, okay, when do you guys consider winter? They
Yeah,
said that about Crisis Core. Technically, winter didn't even start yet, when that came out.
it's
It
true.
was still
It's
fall, so
it's true.
yeah, it's funny when developers say just the season, and it's like, okay, it could be any time around then. Basically, I always think of it as fall for video games is September, October, November, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. PlayStation just needs to come out and like say more. Like they're being way too quiet about a lot of things. Like they kind of still quietly put out PSVR 2 and like I can't believe that's still out.
I know. I can't. I
It's
can't even believe that's out. Right?
it's
You
very
hear about that? It's like, does anyone played it? Has anyone actually touched this thing? Who
I don't
knows?
believe it's a real product,
Yeah,
to
it
be
might be a
honest.
figment of all of our imaginations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's fake. 3D printed
They
items.
just sent it to media outlets. That was it. They
Yeah,
just made like 5 of them.
the
Like
prototypes.
those guys are playing. Everyone's wondering like, why is no one playing PSVR 2?
Yeah, PlayStation's just really quiet. Like we only know of Spider-Man 2 this year, and like they still haven't said much about it this year. They're being very vague about it. So
I
like
mean, it's nothing, right? Like all we have
yeah.
is the teaser trailer. We have yet to see gameplay of this or anything really. This is Tony Todd coming out and saying this is the most information we've gotten in years at this
Other
point.
than that leak, that's the only other thing we've gotten. Was
What was
that
in the
leaked like
leak?
the fall time frame?
Oh, right. Okay.
There was that leaked rumor report. Yeah, they just need to have whether it's a state of play that's just Spider-Man or some sort of showcase showing more or something like they PlayStation needs to come out and say something.
So with the rumored showcase in May, obviously, if Jeff Grubb is correct, we'd surely be getting gameplay there of Spider-Man. I'd imagine that'd be the big centerpiece of the whole thing, right?
Yeah, he was right about the state of play. So, I mean, Grubbs generally, I trust his sources and what he says. So, he thinks that that it's before E3. So, yeah, may make sense, and um, I hope that they show that. They need to set things up for the PS5. I know they're doing very well; they're selling very well, but they don't have really much that is first party.
Nothing. I mean, all we
I
have
mean,
right now is Spider-Man and Wolverine, right? And then Last of Us
yeah,
Factions is announced.
yeah,
That PS London game, the London studio, their game is technically announced too. So
okay,
and then so all we've gotten is concept art of that and the Last of Us game. So it's we have like literally 4 games for their first
yeah.
party studios right now.
They have so many studios. What are they all doing? What is Sony Ben doing? Um, I mean, there's a lot of other studios. What's the? I always forget the name. The team from the spray paint game,
Pixel Opus,
Pixel
Concrete
Opus.
Genie,
That game was a long time ago.
yeah,
What's that team
2019.
doing?
Yeah,
Um, Blue Point. What's Blue Point doing?
yeah. I mean, there's so many, right?
So many, so
Sucker
many.
Punch, all of them, right?
Sucker Punch. Yeah, where's Ghost of Tsushima 2?
Yeah.
It's been almost 3 years at this point. Show something. Yeah, I was checking my watch. Checking my watch.
Check your watch for it. You know what I mean? They're all making live service games, Daniel. That's what they're doing. Takes a long
Oh
time. Takes a
no. Do you
long
think
time.
do you think PlayStation is realizing they shouldn't commit to that many?
That's what
Or
I'm wondering, especially when you look at look at Suicide Squad now getting delayed and just getting completely shit on over the internet. Look how bad Avengers failed, all that stuff. I'm wondering if they're just like, okay, this might be a bad idea, guys. Like this might be a terrible direction for us.
yeah. I mean, especially with like the bar quality that they try to keep, like it's gonna be tough. Like the Destiny is not even in the best like case right now, and they are the live service game people go to. Like pretty much since they went like free to play and kind of broke away from Activision, and now they're part of PlayStation. I will say they gotten like I don't want to mean mug Bungie a little bit. It's one of my favorite studios. Their games are a little bit more buggy than they have ever been. Not that it's a lot, it's game breaking, but like if you go play Destiny, it's not as perfect, and not even that they were perfect before, of course, but it ran much smoother. Like I didn't really have that many problems previously. Seems like in the past maybe year, 2 years since they've kind of been on their own, it feels like their games aren't as pretty perfect as they were. So like PlayStation to keep that bar of quality and live service is going to be very tough. You're going to need a lot of money, and you're going to need a lot of manpower to do it, and commitment. I don't know if they are going to commit that hard. We've yet to really see any of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a big question, right? And we got to see what studios are developing what. Like my hope would be that it's outside studios developing a lot of these, right? Like I would hope it's not like if Sucker Punch comes out and they're like, we're making a live service game now, or the next Ghost of Tsushima is a live service game, then I'd be worried, right? But if it's like, the rumored Horizon one is being made by some other studio that's not Guerrilla. It's like, okay, hopefully that's true. It's my hope would just be it's not the main first party studios. If you can keep them making the single player games, keep that guaranteed money coming in from those games and guaranteed quality coming in from those games that we've come to know from PlayStation, and then have other outside studios making the live service games, maybe that could work a little bit more than putting all your main guys on the live service games. But I just don't know, man. It just seems like such a bad direction, especially right now.
Yeah, I hope it's not that. I hope that they're not doing like Ghost of Tsushima 2 is a live service ish game.
I'm
like
sure there'll be another Legends thing, right? Because people didn't
Leave it
really like
Legends.
that. Yeah, but like, yeah, exactly. I would just hope it's not Ghost of Tsushima 2 is Legends 2 at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I could, and I could see a world where that is happening.
Definitely. Or like that San Diego team. Like we don't really know what they're doing. We think that they're doing Uncharted, but like I hope that they're not making like an Uncharted live service game. Like I don't want that.
You and 100 drakes drop into an island. First one to find the treasure wins.
No.
Like
Do you remember in the Uncharted 4 game, the multiplayer version, they had all the emotes and they were like this like high res version of Nate doing dances.
That's great.
My God, seeing that my heart dies.
What a time to be alive, I'm sure you could dance in Fortnite. Is Drake in a Fortnite? He's got to be in Fortnite.
Yeah, I think it's the Tom Holland Nathan Drake. I don't think it's like the game Drake.
Yeah,
I think it's the young version of him. But yeah, I mean, he could do the floss and the orange justice. I can't really do it, but
you want to try? You want to get out?
I've seen my brother try to do it. It's so ridiculous. You seen the Orange Justice Kid?
No,
I saw where he's doing like flailing his hands and he does like a clap. Like
I wanted you to show me. That's what I wanted.
I can't do it. But there's also the original dance, the one from Scrubs. Donald Faison, his one from Scrubs. It's the like he like claps and does the hand in his back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that one? Mm-hmm. That's from Scrubs.
Okay.
Dancing to Poison.
Well, live service games and dancing. That's what we like talking about here. On Nerdic.
Belle, Biv, and DeVoe. Do you remember Belle, Biv, and DeVoe?
No. Okay. I don't remember any of this.
That's Poison. That's their song Poison.
Daniel, speaking of live service games that won't work, Crash Team Rumble, the upcoming 4v4 multiplayer game, has a release date for June 20th, 2023. The game will cost $30 when it launches. Also, a beta will run from April 20th through the 24th for people who pre-order the game. Also, some gameplay leaked online. So I don't know.
I was going to say this.
That seemed like a very intentional leak.
There have been 3 games within this past week that have not only leaked, then had a bunch of footage, and then had official stuff come out. We'll talk about all 3 of them today. This was one of the first ones. I guess no, technically a different one was the first one, but yeah, seeing this. I mean, this is goaty. I don't really know what else to say. It's like it's like no game needs to come out anymore. Talking about Spider-Man 2, delay to next year. There's no point.
I mean,
it's not gonna sell. It's
much like man, what was that game? Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl, Daniel.
Yeah, I feel like game of the generation.
I feel like Crash Team Racing will now take over as game of the millennium. Right? Go with
forever.
Game of the forever. Can we call that?
We don't need more video games. We have this game.
Yeah, I mean, we can just, me and you will hop on here. We'll, you'll play as Dingodile. I'll play as
Tawny.
Tawna, yeah.
Tawna, sorry, Tawna.
Yeah, Tawny. I'm sure there's a Tawny too, probably.
No, it's Tawna. I just forgot.
She's got a sister, Tawny. I'll play as her, and then we'll just jump around and do whatever you do in this game. Looks like you're playing mini. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this game.
I think it's like a MOBA or kind of like a 4v4.
I watched the gameplay and I still don't know what you're doing in this game exactly.
I don't know.
You're like catching something and then you're like, it's not basketball, but it is. And you're like taking something to a goalpost.
Do you remember Pokemon Unite?
Yeah.
Where it was kind of a MOBA where you're dunking things. I think it's similar in that way.
Just like Pyre at all?
If Pyre was 2 different teams.
Okay.
Pyre is not 2 different. Was it two different teams? I don't.
I didn't
Maybe
play
it
it. I don't know.
was.
I didn't
Maybe
play
it
it. I don't know.
was. Yeah, maybe no. Pyre did have two different. Yeah, I guess yes. It's like Pyre then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
if Pyre was more MOBA like.
Maybe we're giving it too much credit,
I
saying it's
love
like
Pyre.
Pyre, but
Yeah, Pyre's awesome. This
you know,
game's not going to be awesome.
no, this game is not going to be awesome, Daniel. I don't.
Yeah.
I've never been so upset just by something existing. You know,
Where's Crash 5?
that's what I'm saying. It's just like, why does this exist? Like, who wants this? Like, it's already dead. No one wants to play this. If you're watching this and you're legitimately excited to play Crash Team Rumble, come on the show, please. I would love to
Comment,
talk to you.
please.
Comment. I would just love to know, like,
Let me
what are
talk
you
to you.
excited about? Like, what do you want to do here? Like, what do you want to play like this weird 4v4 Crash game? Like, where it's like who even knows what the objective is in this game? Like, they've never even explained what this game is. You know, that's how little confidence they have in this game. They don't even know. Maybe they don't even know at this point. You know, they're just gonna figure it out during the beta process.
Don't know what they mean.
Maybe they're just gonna figure it out during the beta. They're like, okay, here's some objects you guys can fuck around with. All right, we'll see what you do with it in the beta, and then we'll come out in June and be like, bam, here's a game.
Wow.
Yeah. But like I was saying, I've never been so upset by something just existing. You know what I mean? Normally these multiplayer games come out fine, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead, you kids go play them. You go have a terrible time. I'll see you guys on the internet complaining about it in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This game, it's just like, nah. You guys took away Toys for Bob. You put them on Call of Duty. You took away Vicarious Visions. You put them on fucking Diablo or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And now you come out with this just insult out of nowhere. Like, here's a multiplayer Crash game that no one wants, with microtransactions up the ass and just bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once this Xbox deal goes through, hopefully that they actually like. You don't need that many teams working on Call of Duty. They need a lot because like it is another live service thing for Warzone and the multiplayer. So they need a lot of people working. But like you can take Toys for Bob and Vicarious Visions and have them do other things. What's the other one? Beanox. You can have Beanox work on other things. Give me where's the new Crash Team Racing? Where's Spyro 4? We got Crash 4. Spyro never got that fourth game. Give Spyro a fourth game.
Disrespect.
They took off the glove and smacked him in the face.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
What glove? Whose glove?
Well, they took off the white glove and then you smack someone with it.
Okay. And they smack Spyro right in the face.
Yeah, and then you put it back on.
Disrespect.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, I would hope, man, once this Xbox deal goes through, they I mean, Vicarious Vision seems dead. Like, I think we just heard about a big.
They are Blizzard Albany now.
Yeah,
they're not
but like
dead.
It seems like a lot of people that worked on Crash and Tony Hawk and whatnot have left. Or I know there was
Jenna
one.
O'Neill did.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
but she's just the head.
Sure,
I think that
when
the
major
core's
figures
there.
start leaving, though, it's just like, okay, that's not good. You know, clearly she wasn't happy doing whatever they're doing now, whatever direction that's going. I just don't think you could pull Vicarious Visions back out, right? Could you make that a team again?
I think you can. I mean, I would hope that they could reinstate the name. I don't think that they will at this point, which sucks because that name was around for 30 years or whatever. But I think you can have Blizzard Albany do something and they just be called Blizzard Albany. Like the team is still there. The team exists still.
Sure.
They're a very good team. So, I mean, you could have just them do a new Tony Hawk, you know, and then Toys for Bob could do Spyro 4. Beanox can do the next Crash racing game.
My dream for Tony Hawk would be they make a new studio, but call it what the fuck were the old Tony Hawk guys? Was it?
It was
why am I forgetting the eyeball? Why am I forgetting the
name?
Neversoft?
You're asking.
Neversoft. That was
yep.
it. Yeah. So make a new studio with them. Just get everyone from Vicarious Visions that wanted to work on Tony Hawk. Get them, put them in there. Get some new guys that really are passionate about the Tony Hawk franchise, and just make a Tony Hawk studio. You know, that'd be my dream for that. Like, if Phil, if you're listening,
would you want a Pro Skater 6, or would you want them just kind of like restart it? Maybe it be in the same vein, but just call it something Tony Hawk.
Well, first things first, I want a 3+4. Get that out
of the
way. You got to do that. You can't, because 3+4, those were the best Tony Hawk games, 3 and 4. You got to do that. It's been too long, and those have never been touched up again. Like, we didn't, because Tony Hawk 1, we got a remake back on 360 era. That we got a remake back then, and then we got Tony Hawk 1+2 again. we got to do 3+4. It's just been way too long since those games have ever been touched. So you got to do that at some point. And then, yeah, I'd like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 6 at some point. Why not? You know, especially if it was a dedicated studio. Like, yeah, of course, do that.
Cool. Yeah. Hopefully, um, the deal does go through because I don't want Activision working on how they have been working. So something needs to change there, and like
The thing is, if the deal doesn't go through, someone else is going to buy them, you know?
yeah,
And it's
it's
probably
gonna
going to
be
be
some we don't
Tencent.
like.
It's going to be
Yeah.
Tencent. Like, it really is. Like, people just aren't thinking about that. Like, it's just like, dude, if this deal doesn't go through, someone else is going to buy them. Activision wants to be bought, you know? And it's like, the only other option is that I just saw revenue numbers of like, I think they were estimated revenue numbers of last year's revenue for like all the major companies. You know who's number one? Tencent. You know,
Yeah.
they are above PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo, and they're above all of them. They're the only ones with the capital to buy Activision, is what I'm saying. They were more than likely swoop in and buy them if Microsoft doesn't get them, and then there'll be nothing you can really complain about either, because there's no threat of a monopoly if with Tencent buying Activision, right? They don't even,
Yeah.
no one can even
They're not a
name what
platform
Tencent
owner.
owns exactly. So it's just that would easily go through compared to this.
I mean, you'd hope not because it technically is a Chinese company. It is not like a company in the West or something. So like I don't know. Maybe there is some regulation there, but who knows?
I want to try to
I
find that the revenue number, because it actually
Yeah, I'd
was
be
kind of
curious to
baffling.
know. I mean, they have a lot of mobile things. League of Legends makes a lot of money. Um, I think that they Genshin, or is that a different? They own no Genshin's a
Gen-
different team.
Genshin's NetEase,
NetEase,
but
that's right.
NetEase was also very high up there.
Yes, they are. I mean, Genshin prints money as well. So, um, yeah, Tencent's just a scary company to be
Yeah, they
honest.
really are, and it's just like that. They could easily swoop through and claim Activision, you know. And you know, that's what we should all be rooting for Xbox and this deal to go through at this point.
Maybe it could save Activision in a way, and
Hopefully,
Blizzard.
yeah. Next up then, Daniel. Last year's surprise hit game High on Life will be getting DLC of some sort. No word yet on how substantial this content will be or when it will be released, but Squanch Games did release a short teaser trailer. Just a trailer with like a voiceover and a little title screen. I think it just
Yeah,
said
it's
High
something
on
with a
Life.
knife, right?
Did it? Something with the
I
knife?
think
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think it had.
I think the knife was talking.
Okay, yeah. I think it had something with a knife, did it not? Where is that at? Where did I put that? Oh, here
Which
it is.
one was the knife? Who voiced the knife?
It's the knife. The knife is like the grapple hook. Yeah, it's High on Knife. And what? That's the name. That's the logo
Pie
that they
on
have.
knife.
No,
Said
High
pie.
on
Oh,
Knife,
high on
and
knife.
it's
Sounds
like
like
blood.
pie.
It's like written in blood.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Um,
what are we getting here? You think we're getting like a little like horror DLC? That's what like
no,
no,
it's just
no,
the knife.
no, just the knife.
Because
Okay,
he cuts
he's
stuff.
just being a funny knife.
Yeah, pretty much once you get the knife, there's like a little bit in that story when you get the knife. Kind of get some characterization of him, but then once you kind of get the other guns and stuff, like the knife kind of takes a back seat. So I guess this would just kind of expand on the knife a little bit more plot wise, I guess. Um,
You beat this game, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Are you excited for this then? Would you
I
play
mean,
DLC with this?
I don't play DLC.
Even if it's free, like if on Game Pass, you want to pop in there for a day, just play through it.
No,
What if it looks
I would
cool?
say move on to High in Life 2.
Hmm.
That's what I would say.
Do you think they're gonna have any trouble making High on Life 2 with this whole Josh Brolin situation?
Justin.
Justin,
Um,
whatever.
Justin Roiland. Yeah. I don't know. Like he wasn't the only one there, so I don't know. I mean, there was even like a update yesterday, as of recording this, that like his case was thrown out or was
Oh,
dismissed.
really? I didn't even see that.
So yeah, like I don't know. I doubt that he would. I mean, there's still some weird things with his text messages and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't know if he would be able to even get his position back or voice things still in the sequel or something. I don't know. I know the studio kind of wants to just keep making games, so I hope all of them the best. Um, yeah, I'm not really into the DLC thing. I don't really know if he needs to be there. If it is all just about the knife, maybe it's just the knife story.
If you just play as the knife.
Because like Justin Roiland really only voices Kenny the gun. He voices some NPCs, but they could do other NPCs.
Sure.
Like the knife is someone else. So like if it is focused on the knife, I think they can kind of get around it.
I wonder if they'd be ballsy enough to just use him for his voice acting skills again. You know?
I mean,
Could you do
maybe,
that?
but like, I think if they already did voice lines, yes. If it's them recording them now, probably not. I would say no.
Okay. Well, look forward to hearing more about that. Next up, a follow-up to Frogun has been announced called Frogun Encore. It'll be released sometime in 2023. Not a lot of other information as of yet, but we did get a little trailer. Looks cool. I know me and you weren't the biggest fans of this game, but I like the way it looks.
I think what's the right way to put it? Maybe I shouldn't say we, because I don't want to speak for you. I really appreciate this game, and I appreciate what it was going for, its style, and almost everything about it. It just didn't completely click for me. I don't really think I disliked the game too much. It wasn't exactly for me, but I'm happy that I supported the game. I don't know if this is going to fix a lot of my issues with the controls. We'll see. I want to keep supporting games like this, so I'll probably still check it out.
Yeah, that's my issue too. Is like there was a lot of problems with the game, just gameplay wise, as you were playing it, and this looks more like DLC than it does a sequel, even though this is an actual sequel. So that kind of makes me think it's gonna control exactly the same, and it's just like more levels of what the last game was, and they would need to fix more of what the last game was for me to get back in and go in and actually play it. I want to like it, I want to love it, right? But yeah, not the way it played. It just wasn't there, right?
It's missing like a checkpoint as well. Like when you're in
Yeah.
a level, you die and like restart, at least from those early levels.
You needed a bit of a higher budget this game, you know?
Yeah,
A little bit of a
but I
budget.
appreciate what they're going for.
Yeah. No, I do too. And I certainly like the way it looks, right? The art style.
Its visual styles.
Very, very cool, right? Very
It's
reminiscent
beautiful.
of N64 games and whatnot. So
Yeah, that PS1 and 64 kind of like, what is it, Mega Man Legends? Have you ever seen Mega Man Legends?
Yeah.
How awesome that like 3D style looks, like so cool looking. So yeah, I hope this game improves in every way,
Me too.
Hopefully they made enough money from the last game that they could put a little more into it.
I don't know if this is happening or not, but like from the trailer, it looked like there was co-op because there was like another NPC walking around and whatnot. That could be cool. That's another added element there. Like that'd be fun. Although the description in the YouTube video doesn't say anything about co-op, so maybe that isn't true. Maybe they should add co-op because that would be a cool idea, right?
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Yeah.
Next up, Square Enix will increase the salary of its full-time employees by an average of 10%. Coming from good old Noble there, Knoble. What do we go with for that guy's name?
I say Nobel.
Nobel. Okay.
Yeah, okay. But I'm not sure.
Little accent on the end there.
Yeah, Nobel.
Nobel.
Yeah. Well, you're putting a little Italian to it.
Italian in there, you know what I mean?
He's even doing the hand.
Boobity gopa, you know what I mean?
No, it's gobbledygook.
Oh, is that it? Gobbledygook? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend any Italians.
Yeah. The gabagool. You gotta say it like an Italian. The gabagool.
Gabagool.
Yeah, there you go. Do you know what gabagool is? Gabagool. I'm pretty sure it's like a whole cut.
Gabagool.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is awesome. I know that Square is in a very mixed way right now. Some things are making them money. Probably Final Fantasy 14 is really the one thing keeping them going. Because I don't even really think Resident Evil Remake sold as well as people think it did. I think it did a little under 6 million. I'm sorry, what did I say?
You said Resident Evil.
I'm sorry. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I don't think sold as well as people think it did. I think it was a little under 6 million, which is good. It's really good, but I think that people want that game to be a 10, 20 million seller like it should be. But yeah, go play that game. So I don't even think that really did as much as they wanted to. A lot of their little projects that they were putting out, they put out a lot of little projects in the past few years. They're just not hitting. Like I don't think they're putting enough budget behind them. I don't know how well Crisis Core Remake did. We love that game, but I don't know if it sold incredibly well. I think Final Fantasy 16's got a lot of money behind it. It's probably going to sell pretty well. Again, I don't know how well it's going to sell. I don't know how well Final Fantasy really sells right now. I think that's kind of why they're changing up the gameplay style. I think they hope it sells more. It being exclusive is probably not the best route for that game. I think Square probably should not have done that if they want to make more money. Probably should be PC and Xbox and wherever else they could put it. But Final Fantasy 14 is making them a lot of money, so that's keeping them afloat for now at least.
They've been riding on the coattails of Kingdom Hearts for years. You know what I mean?
Where's Kingdom Hearts 4,
Dream
baby?
Drop Distance just selling millions of copies every other week. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a
you remember the lines around GameStop for Kingdom Hearts 0.2? You know what I mean? It's fucking great.
Where's 4? Give me like a new trailer for 4. Let's give me a taste.
It's covered. I think
that's what
we'll
Nomura's doing, right?
By the end of this year.
That's what Nomura's up to.
Yeah, that's what Nomura's doing right now.
Because he's going to
direct the Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, because he's not doing Rebirth, but he's going to be doing the third game.
Exactly.
So his game has to be done before the third game's out, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's directing the third game, so I don't even think the third game started yet. You know what I mean?
No, of course not.
I mean, I'm sure there might be a pre-production team somewhere, but
if you had to give your best guess, when does Kingdom Hearts 4 come out?
I'm gonna say early 2 years? 2025.
Yeah, so 2 more years from now.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah,
about 6-year development.
Yeah, I think they'll put it right around the time they put out 3, which was late January in 2019.
That sounds like a good time.
So I think right around there for Kingdom Hearts 4, and that'd be my best guess. But who knows, man? They might just make you wait another 10 years. You know what I mean?
No,
do not get your hopes up for a Kingdom Hearts game, especially a mainline Kingdom Hearts game coming out anytime soon. You know what I mean? I know.
Do you think we'll get another spinoff?
See, I am shocked we haven't though. I think they're trying to get away from that. Is my guess, because we would have gotten like 3 spinoffs by this point if they were still doing the spinoffs. Like, I'm shocked we never got a Switch exclusive Kingdom Hearts game. I thought for sure that would happen at some point, and that'd be a big seller if you think about it. You know, with the Nintendo marketing behind it, and then the magic of the Switch selling 10 million copies for every game, right? So. Yeah, I'm surprised that never happened. So I do think they're getting away from that, and I think they're just trying to focus on mainline Kingdom Hearts games. But that's going to be, a long wait in between games for that type of stuff. But with him directing it, I don't know. I could see him getting it out pretty quick. Yeah, I think I'm right on the money with early 2025.
2025 sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't know what Square would really have next year, but I don't know.
Rebirth.
16, I think that's going to be, I still think that's December.
I do not, yeah.
You don't think so? You think they're
I just think
16?
With 16 coming out this year, you don't need it, right? And I just think they clearly gave themselves that window when they said that next winter thing, right? So it's just, either way, I think we're playing Rebirth within the next year, right? What are we at? March 23rd right now? So, yeah, I think for sure it's within the next year. So it's not like it'll be long after 2023, right? It'll be, I'm guessing February 2024 would be my best bet for that.
Yeah, or early in the year, maybe. Yeah, somewhere early in the year, maybe January.
Yeah, and then what else they'll have? I don't know, like a bunch of shit. It's Square. They just throw out
maybe some small stuff.
Yeah. Who knows? They
Pixel remasters.
They just put out like 20 games in the last 6 months, so it's like whatever.
But good for them to keep their employees paid. Keep them happy.
I think they could do this now too with selling off the North American studios and whatnot, and the European studios they all had. So there's more money to go around for Square, right?
But they didn't sell off everything though, which is weird.
Yeah, no. I do like the direction they're going in, where they seem to be honing in on what they're good at, right? Which is, their Japanese-centric games. I definitely like that direction. What worries me is the whole NFT talk that they keep doing. It's like, I don't understand why they still keep doing this, why they're hung up on this. It's like,
have you seen the stuff of PlayStation doing it too?
Yeah, PlayStation too. I don't know what's up. Is it just in Japan? Or
what's
they just
Japan up to, dude?
Yeah, are they just NFTs are a big thing? It's like, guys, this was like 4 years ago at this point.
Japan is drinking the Kool-Aid right now.
Yeah, let it go, Japan. Let it go.
You gotta let it go.
Yeah,
you got to let it go.
So I don't know what's up with all that, but like, I've been super happy with Square as of recently. Like this whole gen, really. It's I'm playing Octopath Traveler 2 right now. I guess not obvious if you don't listen to the show. But I'm playing that, and I'm absolutely loving that. We just got Crisis Core. Fucking love that. Platinum that
Mm-hmm.
game. The Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
games
Seven
have been killing
remake.
it for me. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 remake,
I,
obviously.
I really like Kingdom Hearts 3 a lot. I mean, it's not my favorite Kingdom Hearts, but I think it's a really good game.
Yeah, that's not even recent at this point. It was 4 years ago, which is just
I mean, it's still
mind
the.
blowing.
I guess it's not this gen, but it's. I mean, it's relatively recently for them.
Yeah, and then I think I think Dragon Quest could be next year too. The next Dragon Quest that was already
That
announced.
could be their big thing next
Yeah,
year.
I
You're
think
right.
that'll be the big thing. I'd love to see them try to make Dragon Quest like a big name. You know what I mean? Try to make it on that level of Final Fantasy. Obviously, we were just talking Final Fantasy doesn't sell as much as people think it does, right? But like if you could make that a 2 million, 3 million seller in a Dragon Quest game, make it that big, that'd be awesome, right?
I just don't know what they could do to make the West like it more. Like,
Yeah.
it has Toriyama's art style, which brings in, I guess, Dragon Ball fans, but like, it's not like they're all gonna play it like it's an RPG. So I don't, I don't know.
I think you
I
just got
don't
to
really
market
know.
it a little, right? I think there is an audience for turn-based, especially now with a lot of developers leaning away from turn-based. I think there's an opening there, right, for Square to get in there,
Yeah,
bring back the traditional JRPG turn-based game, and like make that a really big thing. And you could do that with Dragon Quest.
yeah. I think 11 had like a turn-based mode, but also not a turn-based. Like, I think it was more like Tales, where it was like that circular arena and you kind of fight. Um, but like Tales is doing that, and like I think you kind of need to keep Dragon Quest turn-based. I
Yeah,
don't know. Make it flashier. Make it like turn it a little bit more into like a Persona type of
sure.
turn-based.
Yeah, I can see that. Make it just like super beautiful too. Just like really. I know a lot of people shit on fidelity and whatnot, but if you could make it like look really nice, you know what I
At
mean?
least
Like capture that
stylish.
audience. Yeah, very
Yeah.
stylish and just like beautiful graphically. Make it a PS5 only game, Series X only game, and like
I mean,
just
it's going
like
to be on
really take it.
Switch. Dragon Quest is always on
Yeah, that's a
Nintendo.
good point. I'm just saying, like, just try to make it like as beautiful as possible, and then that might draw in some eyes more. I don't know. I would just love to see Dragon Quest become a big thing.
Me too. It's a storied franchise. It's been
Yeah.
around for a long time.
All right. Next up, Lego 2K Drive has officially been announced and has a release date of May 19th, 2023, coming out for all major platforms. This is the first game in a multi-game deal between 2K and Lego to make some type of Lego-themed sports games. No other games in this deal have been announced as of yet.
Yeah, we talked about this last year when they struck this deal with their with Lego and 2K. Yeah, this is one of the other three games that leaked, had a bunch of footage leak, and then had some official stuff, and then now we have a date, and then immediately after that we have a bunch of previews. Now you could see a bunch of gameplay of this. Like, that was just within days here. This game
This all
like went
seems
from
very intentional to me.
the leak didn't, but it seemed like, I guess, the previews were coming up, and
Sure.
then
I
just
guess
stuff
that's
started
why it
leaking.
leaks, right? Because
Yeah.
you're uploading fucking previews and whatnot of it. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I watched the Mid-Max slash Easy Allies preview of it, and it seems to be have some Mario Kart vibes to it, mixed with like an open world,
Yeah,
mixed
so
with a
it's
little
like
bit of.
open world, right? Like, what do you?
Yeah, it's
Is it
like
like
Horizon.
Horizon a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, like
What
Forza
are you
Horizon
like
a little bit.
driving to the next race type thing?
I think so, and
Yeah.
you have like little powers, kind of Mario Kart like.
Oh, do you? Okay.
It has like the way Bloodworth talked about it in the preview from Easy Allies. He said basically it's kind of like The Crew, where you have your one vehicle that you customize, but it has three different vehicles within it.
Mm.
So you have like a standard like driving car, then you have like an off-road vehicle, and then you have like a water vehicle. And wherever you are, your car will transform as you're driving to whatever you're on, which seems pretty cool to me.
That does sound
Um,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, my only worries with this game is it being a 2K sports game, which means microtransactions, and they nickel and dime a lot of the players. Um, I hope it's not that. Especially with it being Lego, you can have a lot of customization to it, and that just means it's just gonna be filled with stuff you don't want.
It's gonna be that because you know who buys more microtransactions than anyone, Daniel? Kids. And you know who likes Legos? Kids.
Leave the kids alone. Leave these kids
I mean, what do
alone.
you think? It's like evilly smart, evil genius here. Like, get a Lego themed sports game, put hella microtransactions in, get the mom's credit card in there. You know what I'm saying? Kids just buying
Hey,
shit up the
hey,
ass.
hey, hey! Get that credit card for me.
That credit card.
Get that mom's credit card for
Mom,
me.
can I use your credit card just once? You
Read
know,
those
and
numbers
you
for me.
save it in
What do
there.
those numbers say?
Mom doesn't notice when there's like 20 different $2.99 charges going on there.
What is this? Oh, it's just buying Legos.
Don't worry about it. It's school supplies, Mom. Don't worry
School
about
supplies.
it. But yeah, I mean, this game sounds cool to me. Like, I like the idea.
You seen the
right?
footage?
I saw like some screenshots and whatnot. Like, I'll be completely honest, I'm not gonna buy this game. I'm probably never gonna play this game. But I mean, that sounds cool to me. A Lego driving game. Like, yeah, why not? That sounds fun. I mean,
I recommend looking at the footage. It looks really good.
Does it?
In terms
Okay.
of its visual style, like I really like how it looks, and it's
this
coming
would
out
totally
very
be
quickly.
like if it was coming to Game Pass or PS Plus or whatever the fuck. I would download it and check it out for an hour and play it and mess around with it. But yeah, not something I'm particularly interested in. But nonetheless,
Yeah.
I like the idea of a Lego themed driving game. That sounds fun.
Yeah, me too. Like I mean, it coming out so quickly is really nice. I will say NBA 2K does come to Game Pass, so I would it might come to Game Pass by the end of the year.
Does
I would
2K
think.
come or NBA 2K come day and date? Was
They
that
don't
been a
have
thing?
all of their stuff, no.
Oh, okay. How
But
quickly does it come? Like a 6-month type thing?
I
Like, is
don't
the
remember.
newest 2K already on there?
Last year's 2K's on there, yeah.
The 2022 or whatever? Would
think
that
it's
been called
2020.
23?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they do. Yeah, I think it's 2023.
That's already
yeah,
on
that
there.
one's
That's a
yeah.
good sign then if that's already on there. Maybe
I mean,
buy
they do the BioShocks are on there. Like they have
Yeah.
games on Game Pass, so like
so maybe
I
by
would,
the fall it'll be on there. That'd
yeah,
be cool.
I think by the end of this year you could probably play it on Game Pass. So that's gonna give them another bump. They probably want that.
So I believe the rumor is 3 games for this deal, at least to start with. What do we think the other 2 could be? For Lego themed sports
Ooh,
games.
well, they probably don't want to go over their basketball game, so I doubt it's gonna be a basketball game.
I gotta imagine, even if it was, I think you could do that though, because like it would be a completely different type of basketball game, right? It'd be
For sure.
more
like
in
an NBA
line of
Jam
like
or
a
something?
Mario sports game than it would
Yeah.
be competing with a super realistic NBA sports game, right?
What I think one of them is going to be is a like an extreme sports game, like just do Riders Republic but Legos.
I
Have
the
like
sound of
biking,
See, I might buy that
snowboarding,
one.
skiing. Yes,
You give me a
Dude,
skateboarding one. Ooh.
a skateboard. I mean, you could do
Ooh,
it's extreme
I'd buy
sports. Do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it all in there, and you can have like a bunch of players running around with you and stuff. Like that.
Get
could be
real
fun.
dorky, just scooters.
Just scooters. You go play the Crayola Scoot game or whatever. That was
Dude,
called.
I remember that. That was great. That was great.
Yeah, so that's probably one of them. I would think like an extreme sports game.
Do a weird one. Do disc golf or whatever.
Ooh.
Just for no reason,
Disc golf's cool.
Surfing or something, I don't
Sure.
know.
Yeah.
Just some dumb sports. Make up your own sport, like
Boat racing.
Ooh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. They should combine that in the
rowboating.
Drive one. Had all different types of racing.
That could be the sequel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now we're thinking here. Hit us up, 2K.
I got
Next up-
ideas.
Filmmaker Zack Snyder says his upcoming Netflix space epic Rebel Moon will be getting an RPG spin-off game, which will have a ridiculous scale. Whatever, Zack Snyder out here just saying shit.
He doesn't know anything about game development. What does he know?
A ridiculous scale, Daniel. Ridiculous, And we'll get it out right in time with this movie, too, I'm sure. Zack Snyder's sitting over there like, yeah, we'll start development in, like, March. The game will be out by, like, fall. Ridiculous scale. It'll be the best game ever.
Yeah, he just knows movies. I mean, movies can take a while, but usually it's like visual effects take longer. Filming is, depending on how much it takes, it could be months, but like movies turnarounds much quicker. So he's thinking movie wise how to do this. It's not movies. Video games are not movies.
Like,
it takes.
I want a ridiculous
so long.
scale Netflix game.
Yeah.
Made within the time that I make movies. Like, okay, good luck.
Like
Zach.
Star Citizen is what he's thinking. Like,
I guess I never got to talk about this, but the whole DCEU having games attached to the DCEU thing too, with James Gunn taking over in there, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Or like that just seems like a terrible idea to me. That sounds like a really bad idea that you could not pull off. I just don't understand how you're gonna make games somehow fit and like what games are and like how ridiculous games could be with powers and whatnot and make that make sense with inside a cinematic universe. That just sounds like a terrible idea. And then along with this, I guess too, it's just are you gonna have is Zack Snyder making his own universe here with
he wants this to
Rebel
be Star
Moon?
Wars for sure.
Is that what I don't even know what the fuck
think
Rebel Moon is.
I don't I think I saw screenshots floating around when this story was coming out that I think Charlie Hunnam is in this movie.
Who's that?
Um, he is Jax from Sons of Anarchy. He was also in Undeclared back in the day. Shout out to Undeclared.
Never seen either of
Great
those
TV
things.
show. Undeclared is basically a spiritual successor to Freaks and Geeks. I don't know if you like Freaks and Geeks.
Okay, I've seen
Freaks and Geeks is a great show. I would
Yeah.
recommend trying to find Undeclared. It was
Okay.
on Netflix for like it used to be, but go watch Undeclared. It's got some similar actors. It's not a sequel, but it is a spiritual sequel to it. He was in that. Like, do you know who Jax is
No,
from Sons of Anarchy?
I never watched something.
Oh, okay. What else was he in? Hmm. I'm blanking. I can't
Yeah,
think
it
of.
doesn't matter.
Oh, Pacific Rim. He's the main character, the blonde guy.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about now. Okay,
Yes,
gotcha,
that guy.
gotcha. That was it. Pacific Rim.
Yes.
That's what got me.
Pacific Rim. Yes.
Good movie.
The first one's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw a screenshot, so I think he's in that movie. I don't know what he plays, or if he's the main character or not. I don't know what this Rebel Moon is. There's probably a trailer out there. Maybe I should go watch it.
I just don't think you can make a cinematic universe and have video games also be tied into that. I don't think
I mean,
that'll
Star
work.
Wars does it.
Yeah. You got me, fuck. But that's Star Wars, you know. That's
I
Star
know.
Wars. They
Star Wars
the
has got
Star
the
Wars money,
magic.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
the
it's
magic.
just okay, okay. You proved me wrong entirely. I am very excited for Jedi Survivor, so I guess I'm
I
wrong.
know it's
Yeah, I guess
soon.
I'm wrong. They can just pull it off though, you know. Star Wars, they don't give a shit, you know what I mean? They didn't do whatever they want. They're Star Wars, you know what I mean? They got the money, the backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. You're making me rethink my whole life now, Daniel.
I mean, I am not on the side of it should it work. It's not.
Oh, never mind. It could work. Let's go,
Okay,
MCU.
okay. Sure. MCU, do it. Feige,
Dude,
hit me up.
MCU,
I got
yeah,
ideas.
Never mind. Fuck it. James Gunn, let's go.
Yeah. Tweet at me.
Yeah, tweet at Daniel, I guess. I don't know. I wonder, what the hell's the first game going to be in the DCEU then?
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy. Ooh, that'd be cool.
I love Beast Boy. Give me some
Ooh,
Beast Boy
you
action.
switch between animals and whatnot.
Dude, yeah, that's your powers. Come on.
Next up, Netflix Games has signed some new partnerships. This is coming from, again, Knoble. Shout out. What's up here? So first game, exclusive game from Super Evil Megacorp based on a Netflix IP. Okay. No information on what that might be. Netflix IP, Super Evil Megacorp. Who knows what the hell they've made?
Probably just based off of one of their IPs, one of their big, maybe Stranger Things. Who knows?
Stranger
like
Things game. Okay. Squid Games. You know. No.
Squid Game.
Yeah.
Could be.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai never dies, baby.
Let's go.
They've made those really bad beat 'em ups.
Yeah. There were those. Another one, Monument Valley from Us 2 getting added to the service. I know 2024 would be the release date for the game, so okay, something there. And then the last one, new Too Hot to Handle game by Nanobit. So
I've heard of that game. I've never played it.
Okay, never even heard of that. So there you go, Netflix out here making moves.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely committed to their games division, especially with like things you could download through mobile. Like they're really committed. They're getting good stuff. So, good indies.
Netflix seems to be falling behind to me with just a lot of their content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stranger Things coming to an end, Cobra Kai coming to an end. It's like, okay, those are like my two main things on Netflix. You know what I mean?
The Witcher mess.
Yeah, The Witcher's a complete fucking mess now. Yeah, Netflix.
Well, what they're succeeding on is they succeed on their animated stuff. Yeah. That's where they succeed, which is interesting.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, where's Castlevania? They announced that Richter show. Where's Arcane Season 2? Where's the Devil May Cry show? Come on, Adi Shankar. You announced it like 5 years ago. Where's the Devil May Cry show? I know it exists.
Since we're not getting Devil May Cry 6 anytime soon, can we at least get that
fucking
show?
I know, dude.
Like, can we at least get the fucking show?
Especially with the director going and making... No one wants a Dragon's Dogma 2. No, get out of here with that game.
No one even played the first one. There was a reason.
Not enough people did. It's a gem. It could be a gem. It's fine. People like that game. Cool. We don't need a sequel to it.
Leave shit.
Devil May Cry 6 is just better. It's going to be a better video game. I'm going to take 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Let's go, Capcom. What are you doing?
Come on. Come on, Capcom.
Next up, more than 400 Twitch employees have been laid off. Daniel, some unfortunate news there.
Yeah, this just seems to be all of tech. They just hired way too many people in these past 3 years because of the pandemic, and they should not have done that. And then now they're just firing everyone, and it's just everywhere. Like,
So is that the
um,
problem? Like, there was just so many people hired during the pandemic because so many people were watching Twitch at that point because everyone was stuck in their house and stuff.
for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's just everywhere through tech. Tech constantly moves. So like they'll try something new, need to hire for that new thing. It won't work. They'll either shift some of those people or move them or fire them. And tech just keeps doing it. Tech does that. Like Meta just fired another 10,000. I think they fired 11,000 before, and now 10 more thousand. That's 21,000 in less than a year that they fired. So tech everywhere is just firing so many people. Um, and Twitch is just another one. Like they hired way too many people probably, and they don't need them. So I don't know.
it's really unfortunate too because that would mean a lot of these other people wouldn't be able to find jobs at least in the same field, right? Because I mean, obviously, if everyone's letting go, they're not going to be hiring at least anytime soon again, right?
I mean, tech just moves at such a rapid pace. Maybe these same companies will be trying to hire in different ways.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
don't
mess.
have too much to say on it, man. It's just yeah, very unfortunate. Sounds like there's at least a reasoning behind it, but yeah, unfortunate news, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's tech is weird. They overvalue a lot of things, and then they hire up, and then it just seems to be a cycle.
Next up, Jake Solomon. Is it Solomon or Solomon? Solomon,
Solomon.
right? Solomon.
Yeah.
Jake Solomon, the director of Marvel's Midnight Suns and modern XCOM games, has revealed plans to form his own studio, but says he likely won't make another turn-based strategy game. End quote.
Yeah.
Wasn't the studio already formed? Didn't we get?
No.
No.
Well, he
Okay.
just left.
He just left. Okay, so we never got
Yeah, he
information
just
about the
recently
other
left.
studio. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. And we didn't know. He said what he said was when he left, he's like sparking with ideas. Like he already kind of knew what he wanted to
Mm,
do. We didn't know if he was going to go somewhere or he was going to, do his own thing. It seems like he might try to like
form his own studio.
find some people and form his own thing. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, this is awesome. Jake is a legend, so let's see what he got.
What do you want to see from him? I know you're a big XCOM and Marvel's Midnight Suns fan.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. He is such a gameplay and designer guy. If he has a creative new idea, I want him to show me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I just want to know what Jake is working on more than anything. I have no expectations for it. If he has some fun creative idea, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, with him saying it's not going to be a turn-based strategy game, right? It's could be anything then, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
who really knows? Yeah, just hopefully find a good publisher, just get as much money as he wants and needs, and yeah, let him make whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, maybe being smaller, just a little more malleable will help him.
Yeah, sure. All right, cool. Next up, then Counter Strike 2 has officially been announced after a couple weeks ago. There was rumors of it being announced sometime soon,
Yep.
but yeah, here it is. Valve officially announcing Counter Strike 2.
Yeah, this is the third game that I mentioned that was like leaked.
Is there
Stuff were coming
gameplay now of
out.
this?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
okay,
could
cool.
actually see some engine stuff. Valve themselves released like three little 1 minute videos talking about different things. One of them was them talking about the new smoke tech that they have.
Smoke tech. Let's
The,
go.
the new smoke tech looks super cool. It's like when you throw a smoke down, it basically creates an actual object in the world. And like they show one shot of like an enemy shooting at the player and the bullet kind of moving the smoke around, and there's like a little circle around where the player was, and then you could see him and he just shoots him
Yeah,
right
I'm looking
there.
at it right now.
Yeah,
The
super
smoke
cool.
tech.
Like,
Wow.
yeah, the
Man,
smoke
give
tech's
real
pretty cool.
depth.
They're reworking a lot of the maps,
So this is
updating
basically
stuff.
CS:GO 1 just being moved into Source Engine 2, right?
It's a sequel.
Is it? Okay.
So this is the first time, if I'm correct, they're doing Source Engine 2. They've only been in Source 1, I think.
Mhm.
I think. I don't know if CS:GO is in 2. I could be wrong. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. But Yeah, this looks great. They talked about updating the tick rate, which I know is a big deal for a lot of the CS:GO players. Um, some like people in matchmaking were playing different tick rates than like a lot of the pros were, so it just kind of played slightly differently. Um, so they're gonna try to kind of even everyone out on an even playing field. They also said that if you bought any skins from CS:GO, everything will be transferring over, which is awesome. It's great. You want to hear that? I know way too many people buy skins, and it's its own ecosystem. It's crazy over there. If you know anything about knife skins and stuff, it's bananas.
A lot of nice skins in
Yeah,
Counter
there's
Strike,
like a
huh?
whole black market. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah, the look into the Counter Strike black market for skins and stuff.
What?
It's
What
wild.
happens? Like you're playing Counter Strike, and there's just some dude like standing in the corner, like, "Hey, buddy,
Yeah. What are you buying?
you want some knives?" The black market
It's
knives over
crazy.
here.
Like, yeah, it's the whole skin thing's wild. But yeah, CS:GO 2 or Counter Strike 2, CS2, it looks great. I hope that they do a console version. I've been waiting for that console version of Valorant. They still have not done Valorant either, so it'd be nice to just have a console version of the game. I know that they did CS:GO on 360, and that was a great version of the game.
Yeah, wouldn't hold your breath for it, right? I don't think
It'd be nice. It
Valve
doesn't
doesn't
need.
necessarily care about the console market too much.
I think they will when they actually have games, and it seems like I don't know. Maybe they will put this on console. They just
Yeah,
haven't really been making many games.
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I don't got too much to say on it. I probably wouldn't even check this out, but yeah, if they made a free to play console version or something like that, yeah, maybe I'd check it out then. But whatever. Counter Strike 2 though, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to see Valve doing stuff at least, right?
I know. Make more games, Valve.
Make more games. Make Portal 3, please.
Portal 3, please.
Just for my heart, I need it.
I know.
Next up, the CEO of Bloober Team said in a recent interview that Silent Hill 2, the remake, is technically ready but not finished, but they are close. So close to being done. The release schedule lies in the hands of Konami. So Konami, make a decision here when y'all want to release this. Sounds like it's
October.
closer than I thought, at least, right? I
They
didn't think
said this year, right?
did they? I don't
I
remember
thought that
them
it
ever
said this
saying
year.
2023. I always assumed this was a 2024 type of thing, or like I guess I could see late 2033. I guess that's sounding what it's gonna end up being is late 2023 if it is this close to ready. So yeah, I don't know. I'd imagine October 2023.
Let's go
right?
go out in October. Come on.
Yeah, I mean it's perfect time
That
for it.
Hellblade. Boom.
Boom,
October.
perfect.
That's your
Alan Wake
October
2 as
games.
well. Gonna be busy
Oh
October.
my god. Yes, in
Yeah,
Alan Wake 2 in October. Let's go.
yeah, gonna be busy October.
Season of Spook.
But yeah, a little bit closer than I assumed. I'd say. I didn't. I guess I don't know if they did say 2023. I don't remember it, but I was assuming 2024 for a long time.
Yeah.
This game.
If I were to suggest to Konami, call me at Konami, hit me up in the DMs, I'll answer. I'll give you advice. You're gonna pay me, but I'll give you my advice. What I would say is don't put it out this year. Put it out in January. A lot of horror things released in January as well, movies as well. So put it out in January. Plenty of time away from everything happening this year.
Yeah, I think their biggest concern would have been releasing it close to Resident Evil 4 remake, and obviously it's not coming out anywhere near that. So because that comes out tomorrow, so I think that would have been the biggest concern. I think Alan Wake 2 a little bit of concern there too. You're kind of competing directly with that, so maybe don't come out near that either. So yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. Maybe hold it till January, early next year. Give Bloober Team as much time as possible because a lot riding on this for the Silent Hill IP, right?
And their games aren't. They're never like super buggy, but they are not always perfect. So
They're kind of known for their bugs, honestly. At this point, Bloober Team.
I mean, I've never had like game breaking bugs with their games, but I've had like little like graphical things and stuff like that. But like the Medium had a little bit, but I don't remember it being too crazy.
That Blair Witch game, I can remember some bugs for sure.
Yes, the Blair Witch game, I had a little bit of issues. I'll tell you one. So me and Sloan were playing a co-op, like we were just kind of playing together.
The Blair Witch game.
And yeah, we got to basically the end of the game. We had to like walk up to this house. There was a tree. There was a tree that had spawned in the house, and I couldn't do anything about it. So do you know what I had to do?
What'd you have to do?
So the following day, I had to replay the whole video game.
Oof.
Get to that point, then the next day, me and Sloan finished the game.
You did all that? I would have deleted it at that point. Just a
Unreal. I had
fucking
to beat
tree
the
in the middle of the
entire
house.
game again
That's insane. That's bad. That's a bad glitch right there.
because I
So
wanted
yeah,
to. Yeah,
and this will
but
obviously, I think Silent Hill 2 is gonna end up being their biggest. Silent Hill 2 remake is gonna end up being their biggest game ever, probably. I'd imagine, just from length. I don't know how big the
yeah,
medium was exactly, but I assume with what they're adding and whatnot to Silent Hill 2, I think certainly, marketing wise, it's gonna be their biggest game. Just there's a lot right now.
I
This is
think
the
Layers of
big
Fear is
Silent
probably
Hill
their biggest
comeback,
game,
right?
right? At least right now.
That comes out
The
this year too, right?
this the
The new
next game
one,
does.
Layers
Yeah,
of Fears.
insane, insane name. But that name's bad. Yeah, this is definitely going to be their biggest project, and they have a lot of like dissenters. Like a lot of people aren't happy that they are the ones doing this. Some people just don't like Blooper as a developer. So this is a chance to prove that they have good chops here, and we'll see.
We will see. Yeah, yeah. Silent Hill. Let's go. Our last news story of the week. Sorry, it's loading. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin is getting a third-person action RPG. This will be a AAA video game by an unannounced studio, likely a few years away from release. The title is inspired by the recent God of War games. Okay, Daniel.
Yeah.
TMNT making moves here.
Yeah. So I think was it last year that we talked about this last Ronin
Did we?
comic? Yeah, because
Okay.
I think I had mentioned it somewhere around because we had a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff last year. We had the Shredder's Revenge and the Cowabunga collection. So I think somewhere in there we talked about the last Ronin being like a comic and stuff. I've never read it, but I know about it.
You
It's
know, like
basically
the basic what the hell it's about?
yeah. I'll give you the elevator pitch.
Okay.
It's a little bit in the future. Um, three of the turtles have died. There's only one turtle left.
Which
That
one?
turtle wears all of their headbands
Okay.
and has all of their weapons. Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Yeah.
It's Mikey.
Mikey. Wow. Okay.
Mikey's the only one
Interesting.
left. They have all died.
What happened?
And he uses all of their weapons as well. So that's going to be where the God of War thing is. You're going to be switching the size, the bow staff, the katana, and then his nunchucks. I assume they'd probably be D-pad. You'll probably be switching, and it'll be very God of War, up close, stuff like that.
This sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
what this is. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that's what you just pitched to me. That sounds fucking cool right there. Like, that sounds fucking
Hire me,
dope.
I'm telling you.
Like that sounds fucking awesome. If
Yeah.
that's what this ends up being. Like,
You know who does do stance changes as well as Yakuza with their
yeah.
beat 'em ups. Like they
Yeah.
have the different stances. Like that's how you do it. You do it with the D-pad.
Yeah. No, definitely. So, who do we think this unnamed studio could be?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I mean, I always thought I think we've always paired Rocksteady with Team NT. I think
Yeah.
everyone's always dreamed of a Rocksteady
I know.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I mean, that'd be awesome. That's not happening, but that'd be fucking cool. I don't know. I'm trying to rattle my brain.
Well,
think
in
of a
your
good
head, I'll put
studio
this in your
here.
head too.
Yeah.
It is WBIP.
Mhm.
So think about that as well. Like
Does
it would be a
have to be
WBIP.
one of their studios then?
I don't know.
Could they make a deal with another studio? Who's on the market? It's like I'm not saying buy a studio or anything, but
Who I would want
certainly
doing
they
it.
could get a studio and then publish.
If it isn't Rocksteady, I would want Monolith. But Monolith is doing Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who would do third person combat, right? Monolith.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone needs to be available, right? Maybe who's the Wolong guys?
Team Ninja.
Team Ninja. I know they're making that other game called Ronin.
Yeah.
So they might be kind of busy, but they seem to get games out at a quick cadence, so they could be starting pre-production on this as well. I don't know.
That's too much, I think.
Yeah, it might be too much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really hope it's a really good studio though, whatever it is, because that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. All right. Oh, fuck. That sounds cool, man. I'm pulling.
It sounds
for you.
cool, right?
Who doesn't want a good AAA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game?
Oh, the Turtles need it. The Turtles need it.
Can we just get Sony Santa Monica to do it? Can we do that?
Here's another one. They tried to do that really bad TMNT game. It was Bad Platinum, but Bad Platinum made that TMNT game. Give good Platinum.
Good Platinum.
TMNT.
Ooh.
And you get a good action. Like give the Near team.
That'd be cool.
TMNT.
That'd be awesome.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
So how was that TMNT game made? Did WB publish that in some sort?
I don't remember.
Because it would be a team like Platinum, right? That just goes through different publishers and stuff like that, like a
Right.
FromSoft or something like that. FromSoft.
Oh, what?
Daniel, FromSoft.
Miyazaki, let's
Let's
go.
go.
Hit up
That'd be cool.
Miyazaki. What are you doing?
Dude, the Rocksteady boss fight. It'd be fucking cool, man.
He like
You,
impales you.
yeah, you make them like super big too.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be fucking dope. All right, well, I'm
Miyazaki would
legitimately
twist that lore so much.
yeah,
It would be insane.
Oh, it'd be super fucked up. It would work though with all the fucking turtles being dead, right?
True.
Yeah. What's the rat guy up to? What's his name? Splinter.
Master Splinter, dude.
Yeah.
He's their daddy.
Is he dead too though in this story?
I don't remember.
You don't
Probably.
remember? Okay. Is there like a movie on this, like an anime or something?
No, it's a comic.
It's a comic?
It's a graphic. Yeah, they have the whole thing.
Give me like an animated movie of this, or something. I just that story sounds really cool.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool. I don't know how I feel about it being Mikey. I wish it was Raphael, if I'm being honest, but
That's too obvious.
yeah, I guess it is too obvious. Yeah, I just feel like
Leo
Raphael's the
and
coolest
Raph
character.
would be too obvious, I think.
Donatello. I just feel like Mikey. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, but
you
make
could add
Mikey
in some sense of
serious.
humor there.
Yeah, you make Mikey more serious, but then he could keep his sense of humor still.
Yeah, have some quick whips to him.
Yeah, I mean Mikey's always one of the cool. He's one of the cool ones. He's
no,
not my
he
favorite,
is
but-
cool. It just sounds like in this dark, depressing world, Mikey's the one that's alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, none of the turtles are bad. They're all great.
No, they are a lot great. I agree. All right. Well, I'm excited for this. Hopefully this ends up being a real thing.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please get a good studio. Sony Santa Monica. What are they doing? They ain't busy. Fuck it.
Yeah, what if
What if this is the secret Corey Barlog game?
I was gonna say no, Eric Williams. After he's gonna take a small team and move there.
Move on to this.
He just did God of War Ragnarok. Come on,
WB and
He'll direct.
PlayStation teaming up. They're like, all right, here, you guys can have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
That's the one that PlayStation's wanted this whole time.
Yeah,
They're like, we need TMNT.
this will make us money. Forget about COD.
Yeah, fuck it. We don't need it. You know what? Microsoft, keep Call of Duty.
He called
We
it.
got
We
Teenage
don't
Mutant
need the
Ninja
10-year deal.
Turtles.
We have
You're fine.
TMNT.
You know what? Make it exclusive. It's fine. We don't need it. Daniel, that's gonna do it for the news of the week. We will now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, what have you been playing?
So I actually beat Yakuza, or I was gonna say Yakuza. No, it's Like a Dragon Ishin. I actually beat Like a Dragon
You
Ishin.
beat it already, huh?
I actually beat it just recently. It's great. It's so good. It's a perfect story. Like they wrap it all up. I love the ending of the game. There is a little bit of like in all the Yakuza games, there's always just a little bit of like leaps that they make in logic and stuff, but they can't really help that. But this game's just it's fantastic. If you like any Yakuza game, it's definitely worth checking out because you don't need to play any other game. Like it is self-contained.
Cool. Gameplay fun, all that.
Yeah, I pretty much stuck with the sword like most of the time. Switching just to the one gun stance where you're just shooting people is just really fun. I just like the imagery of you just blasting people in the streets of Kyo with a gun. It's just really funny. The sword and gun stance is really fun. It's really dodgy. But the sword, I just almost exclusively use the sword, especially for boss fights. Like I felt like all the other stances really didn't work too well for me in the boss fights.
Story good, a lot of twists and turns there, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of twists in it. Yeah,
A lot of traditional Yakuza twists going on.
Yeah, and what Yakuza never really did for Kiryu, I don't know if they'll do. Maybe they did a little bit with Kiryu. Is actually give him a love story there. I don't want to spoil too much of Ishin, but there is a love story here as well, like underneath kind of the main plot. And I really like that. I think it worked really well.
Cool. What else have you been playing, Nathan?
No, that's pretty much. I was just trying to beat Ishin before RE4 remake comes out tomorrow. So like that was my goal, was to beat this game before, and it took. I was riding it right up to the line.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got it done. You got that done very quickly. I think
I committed.
Yeah, I know you've been going through a lot of stuff this year, but you haven't been on your cadence of like beating a game every fucking week, right?
No, I've not. I just have not been able to play much.
Yeah, I
But
haven't had the time.
like, I just committed and just played as much as I could. So like, I really want to play RE4. So I have it like preloaded right now.
Dope. Yeah, me
What
too.
about you?
I can't wait for RE4. I've been playing more Octopath Traveler 2, of course.
Sweet. How's that going?
Did not get as far as I wanted before Resident Evil 4 came out, but whatever. I think I'm probably halfway through it now.
You'll
So
have time after RE4.
yeah, definitely. It's
There's
just
a while before Star Wars.
I always get I don't like I like sticking to the one game, beating it, and then moving on to the
Me
next
too.
game. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's just how I like to do it. I don't like jumping back and forth and getting like really into one game and then having another game there. Like this whole year I've had Dead Space remake. I'm like halfway through it and I'm just like, yeah, that's been like really bothering me because it's just like
Just
sitting
beat
there
it.
on my
Just do it.
dashboard. I know it's just really bothering me, but it's like I don't know when I'm gonna get back to that now. And now I got Octopath Traveler 2 that I'm like halfway through. Obviously, that game's just super fucking long, so it's just
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat that anytime soon. But Resident Evil 4 remake is here tonight, and I'm just like, okay, I'm playing that. Like I'm way too excited for
everything.
that. Yeah, I'm dropping everything. I'm playing that, and it's just, will I then have the motivation and the want to go back into Octopath Traveler 2? Probably, but it's just
I hope so. I like that you're playing. You've been
no,
loving
I
it.
do too. I really want to beat it too. Like I don't want to get to the end of the year and not be able to talk about Octopath Traveler 2 because I haven't beaten it yet. You know what I mean?
Especially with how much you've been liking it. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I'm gonna have to go back to it, and there's a big gap between RE4 and Jedi Survivor. So I could definitely get back into that, and I imagine. I mean, I'm gonna be RE4 in the weekend. You know what I mean? That's just I'm gonna be so addicted to that.
Going
Oh,
in.
dude, I can't wait for that. It's
Going
gonna be
in.
great. So I'm gonna love that.
That's exciting.
I also been playing Mighty Doom on mobile. Have you seen this?
I forgot that you put that in the Discord.
Yeah,
yes.
dude.
What? So
this
I
game came
actually
out
have
yesterday.
not seen the trailer.
Oh, you
What is
haven't?
this?
Okay, this game
No.
came out Tuesday, I think. One of these days. It came out this week, and I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, okay, there's some little mobile game here. Alpha Dog made it. So one of the bigger Bethesda studios. Yeah, that Microsoft ended up acquiring. And yeah, it's actually pretty fun. It's it's your typical phone game bullshit. You're kind of going through levels and he just like shoots automatically, so you're just kind of walking towards enemies and then shooting them, and it'll do the traditional Doom thing where like the enemy will glow and then you like run into that enemy and then you melee them and then you get health from that enemy.
Okay. Is this first person? Like
no, it's like a top down type thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then so you're kind of just making your way through levels that way, and then the levels are like pretty long too, so if you die once you go back, but then you can like upgrade all your shit. Of course there's just so many different currencies in this game that you can.
It's a mobile game.
Yeah, it's a mobile game, so there's like 5 different types of currencies that you buy so much different equipment and weapons and stuff with, and it's a lot to wrap your head around with all of that. But like when you get in just the base gameplay, it is just kind of a fun Doom-like game. It's not exactly Doom, but it is just a fun little game, and yeah, I've been enjoying that actually. So
I'm shocked. What makes you want to play this game?
I don't know. I saw the trailer and I was like, Doom guy looks kind of cute there.
He does. He kind of reminds me of a pop figure.
Yeah,
I don't like the
that's
pop
exactly
figures.
what it is. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But yeah, I don't know. It's a fun little game. I don't know. It's very rare that I actually get into a mobile game, so yeah, kind of liking it for that. The boss battles are kind of cool. Like the enemies.
There's boss battles.
Yeah, there's boss battles at the end of the level, and yeah, you're just, I don't know, you fight the boss, you kill the boss, stuff like
fighting
that.
the cyber demon.
Yeah, they're all there,
Let's
bro.
go.
Yeah. They're well, I haven't seen the cyber demon yet, but I'm assuming he's there. It's like they're getting through all the basic Doom enemies in this.
Okay, are they making them? Are they doing like, okay, this guy's a boss, and then now he's just gonna be a normal enemy?
Exactly.
Is that how it's doing
exactly,
it? So you're fighting the Baron? Was the Baron?
So like
one
the
of them?
first boss was like the eyeball thing, the big eyeball thing, and now the eyeball thing's just everywhere, right? So
okay,
yeah,
I can't remember.
It seems like there's a good amount of content in this game though. Like there's 10 levels, and like they're all pretty long, and it's like I only played through 2 levels thus far, and it took me a little while to get through that. So it's like, okay, it's a little game. I haven't put any money into it, so it's like, okay, there's that. It's just a free game. It's like they want you to spend money. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
They fucking market you all these different fucking loot boxes and whatnot. I don't know what we call them nowadays, but yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, there's so much shit going on. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's not making me spend money. At least I don't feel the need to spend money as of yet. I'm gonna put $5 into it now and then, but but
You have or you're going to?
I might, buy a
Don't,
little
please
box
don't.
there, Danny.
No,
Buy a
please
little box,
don't.
get a little chainsaw action going,
No.
something like that, little skin for Doom guy,
Do
I'll
you
make
do
him
you
red.
have you unlocked skins yet?
I unlocked one, yeah, or it was a helmet, I think it was on fire, the helmet,
That's cool.
yeah, fire helmet, flame helmet, so that's
That's
cool.
cool. Are they? Do you think they're gonna add more levels? 10 seems a little
Maybe,
low.
maybe. It does seem low, but like I said, it took me like hour and a half to get through 2 levels, something like that. Because you
Oh
keep
wow.
dying, and then you upgrade your shit, and then the level just becomes much easier, right? And then you make it a little bit further, go back, die again, upgrade your shit, then you play through the level again. So it's
Now maybe
it
this
just takes
is
me a little while.
maybe this is just an actual video game where it has a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah,
It's just free to play. You know?
you would hope, but
Yeah. Maybe that's just wishful
there
thinking.
isn't a story going on. I'll tell you that. So okay. The
Well, the
voice
story
is there
is.
though.
I mean, the story is he's just killing demons.
Yeah, he's
That's
just
the
fucking
story.
around. Yeah, I guess
He's
that's the story in
killing,
all Doom
he's
games, right?
eradicating all the demons.
But yeah, I like Doom enough, so it's a fun little mobile. It's the most fun I had on a mobile game since Fallout Shelter. I'll tell you that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that's the mobile games. They seem to get me. I don't know
No, they
what it
don't.
is.
What about the Elder Scrolls one?
That was bad. You're right.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
try
I
that.
don't even remember the name of it.
Elder Scrolls Blades.
Blades.
Blades,
Yes.
That was bad. That was bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
really looking forward to Resident Evil. Can't wait. Can't fucking wait.
Tomorrow, baby. Leon, I'm gonna
Big
be head
reviews,
kicking.
man. What's it at? Like a 92 on Open Critic right
Yeah.
now? Yeesh. Yeesh.
Yeah, it is. Leon head kicked those reviewers. You know what I mean?
Oof. He certainly did. He certainly did. Daniel, we'll
Yes.
now move on to the game. What do we
Yes,
find?
will. When Daddy's away, the boys will play. So this one, we're gonna celebrate Resident Evil.
Ooh.
So the tier maker for this week is a Resident Evil protagonist.
Ooh.
Tier maker.
Prickly
So
Pears, okay.
I have the protagonist. We can get into Resident Evil 6. I don't know how much you want to get to those side protagonists. And I don't even know where you want to start. Do you want to start with like OG and work our way up?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we want to do that, then who do you want to start with, Chris or Jill?
Let's do Chris.
Okay. Where's Chris? Chris
Hmm.
Redfield, OG, the Boulder Puncher himself.
Boulder Puncher himself. I mean, he's certainly the best in 5, right?
I like Sheva.
No, I like Sheva too, but no, I just mean Chris's character himself, right? Is certainly best
Sure.
in 5, right?
I don't know. I mean, I think you get a lot of him in 5.
Yeah. So I'm saying, I
Yeah.
mean, he's punching boulders, looking for
Yeah,
Jill,
I mean that's the funniest thing.
He's
a
really
Boulder
sad
Puncher.
about Jill. He's
Yeah,
just looking for Jill.
true.
Jill,
Yeah.
Did you ever play that DLC with in 5 with
No.
oh dude, that's a really good DLC actually. It's like Jill and Chris go to the castle that like you get a bunch of flashbacks to in 5 where he thinks Jill
Oh.
dies, but it's like
Yeah.
Wesker's castle. Yeah, that's a really cool
Cool.
DLC. Chris is a cool character.
I like Chris a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I like Chris. I mean, who doesn't like Chris? I feel like you gotta put Chris at S, right?
I was gonna say A because
A?
I just
Okay,
think
I'm
that
cool with A.
there are I think maybe a few that I'd prefer
There
above
are
him.
better for sure.
But like, we have to say Resident Evil protagonists are just like on another level. Like they're all
Yeah, they're
insanely
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like every single one's great.
All
like, there's
just ridiculous human beings in the
yes, they're insane, they're cheesy, they're campy. I love them all. I love them all. So yeah, Chris at A is okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What about Jill Valentine?
Jill's great too, man.
Jill's an S. Come
Jill's
on.
an S? Okay, I'm
Jill's
down with
an
Jill. I'm
S.
down with Jill being an S.
Come
Jill's
on.
great. Especially in 3, she's great.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I
dude,
don't like is this whole Resident Evil 3 remake is bad all of a
I
sudden.
hate it. I hate
what
it.
happened? What happened? We all
That's
liked
an amazing video game.
Yeah,
that is. It's a cheesy action movie.
Yeah.
It may not have as much horror as like 2 did, and maybe that's why. But
Sure.
like, it's a cheesy.
Was
fun
it worse
action
than 2
movie.
remake? Yeah, of course. Like 3 is just a worse game than 2. We all know that.
Exactly.
It's not a
That's
bad
the
game.
problem.
I feel like we're all talking like Resident Evil 3 remake was a bad game. No, we all
No.
played that and enjoyed it. It's like what happened? We all just
I
forgot.
tell you this all the time. People like to rewrite history too much.
They really do. They really do.
all the time. So Jill's ass baby. That Jill's look in 3 it's awesome. I love her redesign.
Yeah.
What a good redesign for Jill. Then we're gonna go with 2. Which one would you like to start with in 2?
Gotta do Leon, right?
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess Leon would also be in 4.
Yeah.
All right, Leon, number
I mean,
1.
Leon's a nice. Yeah.
Number 1.
It's not even close. It's not
I'm
even
sorry,
close.
Jill. You're amazing, Jill, but Leon S. Kennedy, baby.
A lot of talk
Oh, no.
recently about where Resident Evil's going next. I want Resident Evil 9 and I want Leon.
Come on, dude.
Give me the next
Leon
step.
and Jill to be together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have Jill in there too again. But like give me I don't know, not again because it was always with Claire. I think you kind of have to put Claire, right?
I just want a reiteration of our protagonist again.
Sure.
The only one we've had is Chris in modern times. Now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know,
no more
like,
Chris. Chris.
I want to keep seeing Chris, but like
Chris
I want
sit
all
on the
of
bench
them.
for a minute. You know what I mean? What I want is a Resident Evil 9, and it is the next step for Resident Evil. It is the how 4 was to 2. I want 9 to be for 4. You know what I mean? Or I'm saying that wrong. You know what I mean?
I know, understand what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. I want the next
maybe
step
9
of Resident
to be
Evil
from 6 is a better way to put it.
Sure, yeah,
Have
but
that
like not 6. Go back.
Yes.
we need the next step for Resident Evil. We need the next continuation of Resident Evil and the next big step forward.
It's not with Ethan.
And it's not with Ethan. It needs to be with Leon. We need to have Leon at the forefront of that. And then we need to like, hone in, make it a horror game, make it and like just give me, I don't know. The Capcom, you tell me what it is.
The only thing that muddies this water, and it sucks, and it was the thing that I hated from the end of 8, is they jumped the timeline.
Yeah.
It jumped, what, 10 years or whatever it was?
It's 16.
Or 16 years. That's insane.
That is insane.
That's insane.
They would be ridiculously old. But that could be really cool, Daniel. Make an old man Leon game, you know?
I don't want old Leon. I just want Leon. I just want Leon.
But like, give me like an old man Leon, you know?
No,
like
I want him. Can he head kick still?
Yeah, he can head kick still, of course.
Okay, well, if he can head kick still.
It can be just like, he's got a little bit of a gray beard now. His hair's a little gray, but he's still got the flip though,
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I want the true sequel to Resident Evil 4 because we never got that because they went so action heavy with Resident Evil 5 and 6, right? And then obviously 7 and 8, completely different games. Ethan Winters, first person, all that. Go back to third person, which I think they're clearly doing with with the DLC Shadow of Rose only being in third person. They're clearly going back to third person. And I think just give me the true Resident Evil 4 sequel with Leon, of course.
For sure. I want to spice them all in though. For me personally. Sure. Like spice in Jill, Claire, all of them. I want them all back. Where's Ada been? I want them all back.
Bring back Wesker.
Bring back Wesker, dude. That'd be sick. Bring Wesker back. Come on.
Do we think? I know we're getting really off tangent here. Do you think there's any possibility of a reboot for the next one?
I see. That's what I would like because I want all the old protagonists.
Yeah.
The Ethan stuff. I'm not trying to play it up. The first person Resident Evil is just not for me. Like, I think 7 and 8 are good video games. They're very good. I think there's a lot to like from them. They have the same problem that all Resident Evils do. It gets worse as you keep going, right? But it's just not, to me, it's just, it doesn't have the fun that the protagonists have. The main protagonists in third person, they have more fun with them. And that's Resident Evil to me.
So how about this? 2026, that would be the 30-year anniversary. We do a reboot. And it's got Leon, Jill, Claire, and Chris. 4 of them. It's with the mansion again, but we just kind of rewrite the story and make it all work. Oh,
that would be so sick.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even more protagonists you could throw in there too.
For sure.
There's Ada as well. I would like Ada as well. We'll do Claire next.
Claire also a great character.
I think Claire's great.
I think Jill and Leon are the standouts of this franchise. I think.
Oh, for sure.
Chris and Claire, brother and sister. Unfortunately, the Redfield family, you got to take a back step to them too, right?
Yeah, I think Claire's great. I would say probably B, even though like I still really like Claire a lot. That is not me.
When does Claire pop up again? Was Claire in 6?
She was in Code Veronica.
Okay, when does Code Veronica? I never played Code Veronica. When does that one take place?
It's after 2.
That's after
she does after 2.
Who's the one in 0? That's Rebecca, right?
That's Rebecca. We could do Rebecca next.
Okay.
So where do you think Claire would be?
Claire in A.
Okay. Well, do you think she's better than Chris?
Nah, I'd put her one below Chris.
I like Chris a little bit more. We'll also spice her in here as well. What about Ada? I'd still call her a protagonist, even though she's not necessarily.
Ada actually gets her. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But Ada actually gets her most shine in 6.
I was just
enough,
to say
right?
the only time you really play a bunch of her is in 6.
Yeah,
She has one of the 4 campaigns in 6.
Isn't there like a whole thing where like there was a clone of her in 6 or something?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. Resident Evil 6 feels like
I need to go back and play 6.
No, you don't.
There's 4 campaigns. Got to beat all 4 again.
Yeah.
Ada just has a cool mystery about her.
Yeah, Ada's cool. Is she in 4?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I
she's
guess
gonna be in the remake.
Yeah. It's so I can't wait for 4, bro. I can't wait tonight, dude. Oh, man,
It's
I'm
tonight.
So excited. I can't wait.
Ada's awesome, and I love her
Ada's
relationship
really
with Leon.
cool
I love their like, will they, won't they? She secretly like is kind of using Leon a lot of the time, but like she also cares for Leon, and he cares for her, even though she, betrays him. But I think Ada's great. I just wish we got more of Ada.
Yeah.
Like the rumors that she was going to be in Village was awesome. That'd have been so awesome to see Ada come back in Village. But
yeah, that would have been a really cool idea. I wish we got that.
I know.
I feel like you kind of gotta put her
in B, maybe,
right? Yeah.
That's sad to put her in B, but I kind of agree.
Just didn't get
we
enough.
Just don't get enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll spice Rebecca in here. We talked about Rebecca. I don't know how much Zero.
Yeah, I've never played Resident Evil 0, so I don't. I know she's in 1 as well, but
she that's the squad. She's the youngest one of the squad
in 1.
But yeah, she breaks. Basically, what happens is before they get to the mansion, she's actually not in 1, but she technically is. When they split off, she ends up going somewhere else.
Okay. That's what 0
and then
about.
That's 0 and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
I like Rebecca. I think that I would like to get she's another one I would want to come back and like let's get a redemption for Rebecca.
Sure.
Like new redesign, let's reintroduce Rebecca, be a part of the group. I'd say probably a C.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
We didn't do this character yet because we just hopped to Jill. What about Carlos?
Yeah, fucking Carlos.
Yeah,
that
what about Carlos?
On his head.
The mop on his head.
Carlos is pretty forgettable. I will say that about 3.
I like Carlos.
Yeah, he's a cool character, but like he's pretty forgettable. Now that like you had to just remind me of Carlos that he was even in that game and he played as well.
He's a pretty big part of 3.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. You'll never see Carlos again, huh?
No.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
I'd like. Where's the end game? Bring everyone back.
Yeah, bring everyone back. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a Resident Evil multiverses.
It's where they like Wesker comes back. His cool like 5 look. Like that's the iconic look for him. Is that 5 look?
100%.
Bring him back with the 5 look. He's the Thanos. Everyone has to come back. Bring everyone together from the series, and they have to beat Wesker.
Here's the thing, dude. Chris is standing there, right? Wesker in front of him, right?
The Captain America scene?
Yeah. You know, Chris is dying. He's Leon's knocked out in the corner. Claire's knocked out.
Jill's passed out as well.
You just hear on your left, and then out from a portal comes a rolling boulder out of nowhere. And the boulder comes and just rolls over Wesker.
Hits Wesker.
Yeah.
Sick.
The boulder. What about Resident Evil 9? He just plays the boulder, Boulder's Revenge.
The same one that he punched.
The same, yeah, and he's coming after Chris.
He's coming after Chris.
It's first person, Daniel, and you're walking into like a dark hallway and you just see a boulder.
We could put maybe Carlos at C.
Yeah, Carlos at C.
But maybe below. I like Rebecca more.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Now, do you want to do any of the 4 side characters in 6?
What about Sheva?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Sheva.
Of course.
I
like Sheva a lot.
Doesn't like Sheva.
I like Sheva a lot.
Okay, realistically, she should probably go in like B or.
I was going to say right behind Ada.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
She's not better than Ada.
But in my heart, she's an S. Okay.
Sheva's awesome. Bring Sheva back.
I need a hug.
Come on.
She should have been main protagonist of 7 and 8.
That would have been way cooler
instead of Ethan Winter.
So, do you want to do these 6 co-op?
I mean, we don't gotta do Chris and Leon again, but you got to do Wesker's fucking son.
Well,
Whatever that guy's name
that's
was.
all the protagonists, or
Okay.
the I'm sorry. So we named the other three, and then yeah, Jake was the other
Jake,
campaign.
that was his name.
Yeah, Jake Wesker. So do you want to rank Jake? He's a D, right?
Yeah, Jake is fucking terrible.
Yeah, he's a D.
Cool idea, but like fucking terrible character.
We could just do all these real quick. What about Chris's partner?
Who was that? I don't even remember that guy's name.
I don't remember his name.
Oh man, he was fuck him. Yeah,
I mean he's better than Jake. But...
Okay, yeah, put him above Jake, sure.
What about the Helena? Was that her name?
Who's that?
Or Helena, the one that was with Leon.
Oh yeah,
the brunette with Leon. I mean, I guess she's better than the guy with Chris.
Yeah,
right?
sure. Put her right there.
And then what about
as Jake stays at the bottom? I don't care.
What about Sherry? We got Sherry to come back, right?
She's older. Teamed up.
Sherry was the one. She was with Jake.
She was with Jake. Oh yeah. And Sherry is the president's daughter.
No. That's Ashley.
That's Ashley. Yeah.
No, Sherry is from RE2. She's the Birkin. Sherry Birkin. She's the little girl you play as in RE2. That's Sherry.
Isn't she the daughter of one of the characters?
Yeah, she's the Birkin's daughter.
Birkin's from 1?
No, 2. He's the monster.
Birkin's in 2? Oh, okay.
Remember the scientist guy?
Yeah.
He gets the eyeball and stuff.
Okay,
that's Birkin.
Back
this is the daughter. Yeah.
Wow, she grew up quick.
Well, this takes place much later.
Sure.
I think Sherry probably C behind Carlos. I mean, she's probably the best one there, I would say.
Okay.
But then we have, it's funny, on this tier maker, there's no Ethan face, so there's a picture of just his hand.
You see his face in Shadow of Rose.
Yeah, I guess you do, right?
Yeah, they could have done that. Okay, Ethan Winters clearly S tier, top. We can just end it, right?
He is clearly.
Okay, what's worse, Ethan Winters or Jake?
Ethan.
Ethan's
I'd rather
worse.
Yeah, I mean Ethan's the worst.
Danny, you know what I really hope for Resident Evil 9 reveal?
I'm putting him at F.
You know what I really hope, Daniel?
What?
Oh, we're creating an F. I didn't even know we had an F.
There wasn't one. I literally just added a row, even no one else can see this, and put him at F. He is literally the worst.
He's that bad. He's that fucking bad.
I told you, I cheered at this is a spoiler. Yeah. End of RE8, he explodes. He sets a bomb, explodes, kills the Mega Mycete. Yeah. I stood up from my chair right.
You were literally clapping.
I was I was cheering.
Let's go, Ethan. You really need to play the Shadow of Rose DLC just to see Ethan again.
I don't want to.
You really need to, though. You need to. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I guess just put Ethan there. Fuck it. Whatever. For the Resident Evil 9 reveal, though, Daniel, I really hope we just get Ethan's hand popping out of a grave.
Oh just my god! Was it like Jason or something?
Yeah. And it's in first person again.
Jesus,
that'd be great. What about Rose? Rose Winters?
Rose is not on here. Okay. I mean, Rose is better than Ethan.
Sure.
I mean, Rose is probably
a solid C. That's a
yeah. I say behind Sherry.
Okay.
Let's see.
Right behind Sherry. Way to go, Rose. And that's gonna do it for.
She got quartered. Do you remember?
She got who?
She was quartered.
Quartered? What do you mean?
Yeah, her body was quartered, and it was in little jars that you had to like shove into a thing, and then that's how it put her back together. Remember that?
Resident Evil is a wild franchise.
Resident Evil 8's crazy.
Fucking wild,
the baby was quartered and put in jars, and somehow the baby came back to life.
Okay.
Insane.
In the DLC, it's like. I don't even. We don't got time for this. That's gonna do it for the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 163. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us available on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you'd like to say?
Go head kick some zombies this weekend. You know what I mean?
Wait,
come on, dude.
Wait.
Leon.
Have to shove Ashley in a garbage can. Gonna be fucking awesome.
Go send us
in 4K, dude. Oh man, everyone, go play Resident Evil 4 remake. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.